Terrell Thomas, These Urban Times. As y'all see, a little different. I'm in the kitchen right now. I'm with a brother who's going to give us a lot of education and teach us about some things for our health, give us some good eating. A gentleman that I've known as a youngster growing up in Philadelphia, a fellow Philly native, vegan chef supreme. How you feel today, good sir?
Bro, how's it doing, good brother? All is well, all is well. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure to sit down and chat with you. You got a lot of valuable information. You're doing a lot of great things to preserve life, put more years into our lives, into the years of athletes, their careers and their lives. So it's only right that we sit down and chat with you and find out how we can dine and dwell on some of these good foods and add some of these techniques to our lives. So I want to dive into a lot of things that you have going on, but I kind of want to start at the beginning or at the essence, if that makes sense. Originally from Philadelphia, you're a
Right.
Philly native, Germantown, but
Right.
you're doing your thing right now on the West Coast. So talk to me a little bit about your journey going from, you know what I'm saying, the 215 to the 213.
To be real with you, man, everything started in Philly. It started in Germantown, going to Horder Street Deli or these little stores, the little poppy stores, seeing them in the back, getting busy, making the sandwiches, making the food that we love. So it kind of started there, man. Then I ended up going to Job Corps in West Virginia. I did culinary arts. Then I joined the military. I was in the military when September 11th happened. Because of cultural beliefs and things of that nature, I really didn't indulge in the war. So I came back to Philly. I did my cooking thing. And I knew that I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to really do it at the highest level. My given name is Supreme. So I can't come to Camp A with Game C ever. You know what I mean? So I knew I wanted to do it big. So one day I'm at a family reunion. My pop was like, yo, what are you doing with your life? You're a bum. Like, what are you doing? Because we don't go for that in my house. You really have to be doing something. All my family are educated, college graduates. I'm kind of the creative black sheep. I'm like, Pop, you know what? I'm going to go to LA and be a celebrity chef. At the time, I was just saying it to try to get him off my back. It sounded cool. It was super fly. So it kind of, get him off my back a little bit. He was like, yo, I love it. You should do it. So for 10 years, I did everything but that. I worked in San Diego, Phoenix, Arizona, Scottsdale, but I was honing my skills through that time. And I'm working in restaurants, I'm doing high-class restaurants. It got to the point where they were loving my food, but these restaurant owners were getting the praise, the recognition, the newspaper articles, but they asking for me. And then it got to a point where, I've been healthy eating my whole life. I was raised in a vegan culture. You know what I mean? So it's always an integrity with food. People trusting us to give them health and life through food, among other things. And it's an unwritten integrity. So if you're vegetarian and you go to get grits, you don't expect it for it to be bacon fat in it. And if it is, you would think it would say it on the menu. Well, places don't do that, especially the high-end places. I know I worked in them. So that level of integrity it weighed on me. Because I knew where I come from, who I was, and I was challenging my own morals. So you know what? I'm going to change the world. I'm going to change the world through food. And everybody looks to LA when they change the world. People come from Brazil, Italy, France. I said, you know what? This Philly boy go do it. And history tells us Philly people do well in LA. We got the hustle, we got the drive. That's what we do. So I said, I'm gonna go to LA and change the world. So that's essentially what I did. I got here, didn't have any connections, any friends, no job, no nothing. Your brother, I stayed in a hostel my first 7 months here. You know what I mean? I was catering for India Ari and then going back to a hostel. So, that's what it was though. But what I did is I got a job at a grocery store, a gourmet grocery store and cafe called Erewhon, because your who's who comes in there, your who's who. So I would just go in there, do my job, build a rapport on an everyday thing. I kept it simple. Sorry about that. I kept it simple. Kept it about work, kept it about life, love, all those things. Built genuine reports. So when I exited there, I had emails, phone numbers, relationships, and I just started my business, good brother. That was essentially it.
Why do you feel as though clean eating or vegan eating is so essential for ourselves? And I know that you also believe is very essential for athletes and things as well. So why do you feel like these vegan principles and eating clean is so pivotal?
Because we're clean human beings. We want clean thoughts. We want clean minds. We want clean bodies. We want clean souls. It takes a certain level of understanding to do that. And food is medicine and medicine is food. And there's literally no middle ground. See, the whole is always greater than the sum of its parts. So you can have balance, but you want to adopt vegan habits that are conducive to your lifestyle so you can be your highest form of you. But if you have a lifestyle where your body is your mode of life, like literally, see, your body's a life regardless. But athletes, entertainers, people who lose their body at a high level, at a high frequency, they have to put high frequency foods and things in them. As far as what you listen to, what you watch, what you eat, the people you have around you, toxins come in all forms. Cancers come in all forms. You understand? But especially for the athletes, athletes are looking for sustainability, longevity. An athlete doesn't work 25 years to have a 5-year professional career. No, he needs another at least 11, 12, 13. And the fastest, easiest way to do that, I would say food. And I'm gonna give you an example of that. Okay. We're Philadelphia natives. Joel Embiid is my guy. My guy. God be the glory. He had a few little injuries in the previous career that held him out. This year, when he hurt his knee, everybody thought he was done. He thought he was done. He wasn't. He came back, 10, 11 games later. The only difference between Joel Embiid now and then is how he treats his body, what he eats, and how he eats. That's no coincidence, good brother.
That's well said right there. What are some dishes that you love to prepare? Some foods you love to eat? How do you love to eat them? Are you heavy on juicing or making smoothies? Are you heavy on grilling foods or sauteing your foods? So give me some of your favorite dishes and some of the ways you love to prepare them.
Okay, so here we go. The whole is always greater than some of its parts. So I love everything. Me being from Philly, I love I took the standard American diet and make it vegan. So I'm making lobster rolls, po' boys, cheese steaks, bacon mac, truffle mac. But the thing is, they're all vegan and whole food plant-based, meaning they're not highly processed. So no Beyond Meats. You can use that as a transition. But you see, the best way to do the process is keeping it simple, knowing what works for you. I'm a chef, so I grill, saute, sous vide, roast, you know what I mean? Shock and blanch. I do all that, you know what I mean? So however you want to take it. But I do everything, good brother. Lasagna, bolognese. I'm working on a vegan caviar right now. See, I know how to make traditional caviar from scratch. See, I'm French trained, so I can do all of it. So I took that training and transitioned it into the vegan diet. See, you won't find too many, how can I put this? I took the standard American diet, the food we all know and love. I kept the same integrity, kept the same taste, but took the nonsense out of it and gave it a health value, if that makes sense. I can take chickpeas and make them taste like a buffalo chicken patty. I can take an oyster mushroom and have it literally taste like a lobster roll, because there are natural ingredients in the ocean that, guess what? Taste like the ocean, just like lobster does. See, you like lobster with that oceany taste. There are other things in there with lobster that are whole food, plant-based, all natural, that have even more benefits and give that same flavor profile. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example. When I make my lobster roll, the reason why my mushrooms taste like lobster, because I implement seaweed into my ingredients. I'm not going to tell you how exactly, but we all know seaweed tastes like what? The sea. So just small little nuances, things of that nature, kind of get you to where you need to be.
So I gotta ask, man, what's up with the cheesesteak? How are you creating cheesesteaks and giving us that love, something we grew up loving so well in a vegan way?
Okay, so it's a thing called seitan. And me being a chef, I know how to make it from scratch. Seitan is wheat-based. All seitan is wheat and water. But cooking anything is about the herbs, the spices, and the complementary pieces. See, a cheesesteak is that cheese, that soft Omaroso roll, you know what I'm saying? That salt, pepper, ketchup, those fried onions. You know what I mean? It's levels to it. So understanding how to marry ingredients to get the totality. You're not looking to do one thing. Like even with spaghetti and meatballs per se. You think spaghetti and meatballs, that's one dish. That's literally 4 different dishes, good brother. You got the sauce, you got the pasta, you got the meatballs, and then you combine them and marry them together to get that one meal. Understanding that small premise will get you exactly where you need to be. You know what I mean?
Very well said. How long did it take you? You said something that I really respected and did. You said, like your government name, your given name is Supreme. So you couldn't do anything, half-assed pretty much and whatnot. And chef is top of the line. That's as high as it goes. How long have you been practicing your craft as being a chef?
I've been doing this 21 years. I went to job for 16 when I was 16 years old. I've been doing this. I'm 37, 21 years, good brother. So more than my natural life, half my natural life. So 21 years, man. Yeah.
How has your flavor, your palate, your creative cooking style changed or grown in that process? Was it always from a vegan perspective, and has your knowledge in the vegan culinary arts grown, or how has it grown in that time?
So I'm gonna be honest with you, because I was raised with like certain morals when it came to food life. I actually struggled in kitchen sometimes. I have a natural gift for cooking, a natural gift for creating. So that part came easy. So I did struggle with one, like for example, I worked at places where whole pigs would come in. We had to butcher them down, they left out on plates. So I knew how to do all that, but I really didn't dig into the process. So for me, how I grew is I innately picked up little things I knew I was going to need for my end goal. At the time, I didn't know what my end goal was, but I knew I was just picking up things along the way. So what I did was I stayed innovative. I paid attention to the integrities of culinary arts. I paid attention to the actual techniques, the culture of cooking, the true essence of cooking. I always locked in and stayed in tune to. I didn't let the outside noise actually influence that, because, you know, in any creative art, people try to do their own things. Everybody's an influencer. Everybody got their own thing. If it's not conducive to the actual right way, you're just doing it the wrong way. You can grow from the right way. You know what I mean? So for me, I just got more innovative. And I was just, my culinary arts teacher told me my first day of class, he told everybody, he said, listen, you can't recreate the wheel. I was like, watch me, bro. That's literally, I was like, watch me. And that's kind of how it's grown. I kind of strive to evolve things and grow things and add things on, because I came here too, because I saw there was a vegan renaissance. There was a wave. I wanted to be ahead of that curve, ahead of that wave. I wanted to be leading that wave and that curve. So my palate has kind of got me to there. And my growing of my culinary prowess has got me there.
As you mentioned, like you've had the opportunity to cook for and do different things for several celebrities, and that was one of the main goals of going to LA. But what are some of your main goals as far as the culinary world and what you're creating, the vegan world, and what you're doing personally?
So they're actually one and the same. So I aspire to inspire. Like I literally came here to change the world. So I use those celebrity gigs and all that so I can go back and feed the community. I'm in Leimert Park every weekend, or I'm working with some kind of organization, if it's vegan outreach, some kind of Black organization to get our communities healthy eating. For me, I'm trying to change how we're living and eating. You know what I mean? So I'm about 2.5 years out, 3 years out from striving to open a school called the Harvest Academy. You know what I mean? It's a culinary arts academy and food service academy, but most culinary arts academies are just brick and mortar buildings. This is going to be an actual nonprofit cafe and restaurant. So they get an actual on the job teaching. But so here's the kick though. It's not just for cooking. Say, for example, you're good at organization and inventory. You can spend 18 months doing inventory. So when you graduate, you can go be a mid-level manager somewhere and not get out of culinary art school and go right to the bottom. You know what I mean? And also, I'm in Los Angeles. There are 5 or 6 sports teams here. A lot of athletes now are going more healthy based in their eating. Those chefs that they're going to hire are coming out of my academy, because you won't find anybody who does it like me. I was born this way. I was raised this way. I have the culinary arts training. I have the connection to the people, and it's about experience. See, these athletes also and these entertainers, it's about what kind of experience you provide. They can get food from anywhere. Like, what do you know? What experience do you provide? Listen, you can teach a monkey to cook, but you can't give a monkey what I know. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to give that to these younger brothers and sisters who kind of want to find that niche, so we can give it to our athletes, because the whole is bigger than some. They feed us every day, all year round. They feeding us when we watch them. They give us family time. They give us so much. I got to give it back to them. Even if they don't know they need it, I know they need it. So I'm going to make sure that they get it.
Without giving away too many gems, because I know like some things will come down the line, maybe cookbooks and things of that nature. You mentioned something a moment ago about our food being medicine and medicine being food, something to that extent. What are some of the more healthier fruits or vegetables in which we should be consuming that maybe is not, regularly consumed in our community?
Okay, so for our sisters, dark leafy greens. It helps with anemia, blood flow. It helps with the menstrual cycle, so dark leafy greens. Green juices, green smoothies, and salads, but dark leafy greens. Turnip greens, mustard greens, Swiss chard, not just greens, you know what I mean? Right. Spinach, Tuscan kale, you know what I mean? So dark leafy greens are imperative. Natural fats like dates. Dates, for one, they taste good. They're great for smoothies, but they're natural fats as well. So we need natural fats. See, getting dietary fat is good, but it should be a natural dietary fat. You know what I mean? Not something, a trans fat per se. Dates, chickpeas. Avocado is another natural fat that, because it has no taste, you can add almost anything to it and it tastes good. I'll give you an example. You can take some avocado, some maple, some dark chocolate, and maybe some granola. Now you have like pretty much chocolate pudding with granola if you put it in the blender. You understand what I'm saying? So avocados, imperative, chickpeas, things, legumes, wild rices. Stay away from the white rices, but the black rices, the purple rices, the wild rices with the quinoas, the barleys, things of that nature. And you can spice these things up. For example, see, the whole being greater than some of its parts. Say, for example, you want to kind of have a vegan-ish kind of meal, or kind of add a little bit of veggie stock, or even go a little bit of chicken stock to your rice and not do water. So if you don't want to have chicken in your meal, add chicken stock to your rice. You know what I mean? Just to still have that flavor profile, but you kind of, it's a balance act, the whole being greater than some of its parts. Little tricks like that can help you just adopt vegan habits that are already conducive to your personal lifestyle to help you add on, because comparison is a thief of joy. So regardless of how somebody else is doing it, normal is what works for you, if that makes sense. So you find what works for you, what you like, and then you find out how can I make it conducive to what I'm doing to help me grow, not stagnate, maybe not make it feel like it's a job or a headache, but literally help me add on and grow. Now, progress is a process. You got to put work in. You got to have integrity and discipline. But with those two things, you can make it happen however you want for you. You know what I mean? How it looks day 1, it shouldn't look day 20 or day 25 or day 365. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Is there a way, and once again, Terrell Thomas, These Urban Times, sitting down with Chef Supreme, vegan Chef Supreme. Is there a way or a healthier approach to how we consume our veggies? I know some cats, you just spoke on smoothies. Some cats like the smoothie thing. Some cats prefer juicing. Some cats so kind of cook them a little bit so they're not as raw. Is there a healthier way in which we should consume our fruits and vegetables? Just eat them. Just eat them. Just eat them more. The healthiest way to eat them is to eat them more. So if you eat them 5 times a day, go up to 7. You know what I'm saying? Eat them more, and then find different ways to incorporate them. Like, so you got dehydrated fruits, so just eat them more. Eat them more. You can never eat too much. Now, if you're at a place where you already eat a lot, then, you know, cool. And in that case, try different ones. Step outside your comfort zone. You know what I mean? Go to a farmer's market. If it looks interesting, buy it, read up on it, and see how you can implement it. Because worst case scenario, you don't like it, you never have to buy it again. You lost $2. I respect. You know what I mean? So just step outside your box a little bit, because even I'm in a box as a vegan. I'm in my own little box sometimes. I gotta step out because I don't eat out anywhere. You know why? Kobe ain't go to baseball games in Washington until after he retired. Kobe didn't go to games while he was playing. No, they came to see him. So I eat out more now. I try different things. But by me trying different things, you know what I'm saying? But trying different things, now it added on to what I'm doing in my prowess. I'm adding sushi to my menu now because I stepped out my comfort zone. I linked with a sister from Japan who got a sushi spot that everybody loves. She follows nobody but follows me because I stepped out my comfort zone. Now we got a rapport. But it took me, you know, not saying I can do everything I know because I've been doing it 21 years, so I know it better than everybody else. No, they may be doing what they do specifically for 15 years. I've been doing everything for 21. They've been doing that for 15. Let me go check them out real quick. So same thing with fruits and vegetables. They've been here. Listen, their fruits and vegetables are here for us. Animals are here with us, if that makes sense. Damn, dog, that's some shit right there. I like that. Fruits and vegetables are here for us. Animals are here with us. You gotta get that shit copyrighted right there. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Les, I'll send you an invoice. You got that right there is hard, man. What as we move on to 2021, as you mentioned, we know the Academy is a few years in the making. We'll be looking forward to that and seeing how doors open and everything you have going with that. As we move down the line in 2021, we're getting closer to the warmer months, so that means a lot more networking, a lot more socializing, getting out, barbecuing. People are going to be getting together and eating and things of that nature. What are some things you have coming up as we move further down the line of this year? Okay, so I just got my kitchen over here in Culver City, LA. So I'm super, super stoked about that. Yeah. I'm a part of a farmer's market called Prosperity Market. It's 2 Black women from the DMV who came out here to LA and kind of made it happen in the Black community. It's our 3rd farmer's market. We're actually in Malibu. You won't find any Black farmer's market in Malibu. We're in Malibu. I'm actually a part of another farmer's market called Leimert Park Village Association. We literally were fighting with the merchants. It was a battle between the merchants and the vendors in Leimert Park for 50 years. And this one sister named Jen Laurent came in and got a market. We got the streets blocked off. So now we got to secure the vendors are safe. We can make money. So a lot of things are happening. I'm starting my meal boxes. I have a meal plan program where I'm shipping out throughout the United States. I have that going. But essentially, man, now that I have my kitchen, I'm just trying to feed the community. I'm going to do free meals once a week in the communities where so out of my own pocket, I'm going to feed 150 meals. So if that's 10 families, 50 families, however many families can feed 150 meals, I'm going to do that once a week all summer as well. Because again, people will be out because people out, I mean, they have money. We've been struggling all year. Like, so people will be faking it to make it for real, for real. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna make sure when they come out, they can actually eat. So when they come out to the farmer's market with their kids, they ain't gotta act like they can actually eat good. They ain't gotta just look around and walk around and just be a part of it. They can actually enjoy it, not just be there. You know what I mean? So just things of that nature. Listen, I'm from Philly, man. You know how we do, man. I'm fortunate because I'm from Mount Airy. So I gotta make that. I'm from Mount Airy, and we about giving back, man. Once you get a gift, you hone your gift to give it back to the community, not to absorb it for yourself. So that's kind of where I'm at for this summer, good brother.
Man, it's dope to sit down and speak with you today and watch things come around full circle because it is, man. I remember being a little boy and I remember like your father, had you spoke about like your father, you know what I'm saying, like not being about no BS and whatnot. Your pops was that figure to a lot of cat and whatnot. And seeing y'all as his kids, a lot of cats, damn sure myself, I always have respect for you and your siblings, you know what I'm saying? And just like how y'all carried yourselves, how y'all were raised. And you are real. Like you were one of the first cats. I remember your dad was just like, I don't want to say like he's a Black Panther, nothing crazy
no,
like
no,
that.
No. My pop was a whole revolutionary. My grandma was a revolutionary.
Facts,
you
facts,
can say it, bro.
Facts,
you can say it. My pop was a whole revolutionary, bro. He played no games. Like, I mean, listen, it's cool to say it. Like, my grandma was a revolutionary. My dad was. I'm a revolutionary, bro. That's what I am. I'm just doing it through food because you know what? They can't lock me up doing it through food, good brother. Any other way they can lock me up and kill me. They can't do it through food. So that he was, and that's why, like, I don't apologize. I don't make deals. I know what our people need, and not a culture vulture or a bell and whistle. I'm all substance. That's how we go get it. And again, more importantly, I know our people need it. All of us, the millionaires to the minuscule, because we all the same, man. We all the same, baby. We all the same, baby. We all gonna be here. I want us all here till we 105. Everybody,
like that.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Yeah, dog, you're doing it well, man. Big respect. However, we can help you move forward in this world and continue to build on your success. We damn sure will right here. Please let our audience know how they can follow you via social media. If they want to reach out to you, inquire more, find out how they can help you, find out how they can get meals shipped out. Please give all your information and let people know how they can get in contact with you and your networks.
Okay, so I'm right now. You can find me on social media at The Concierge Kitchen. That's at The Concierge Kitchen on social media. I answer my DMs. Just shoot me a DM if you have any questions, any inquiries. Again, so I do consultations. I do online cooking classes, webinar style and interactive style. I do intro to how to become vegan. So all things vegan, wherever you are on your journey, I'll help you from where you are to where you want to be. I literally see food is medicine and medicine's food. There's no middle ground, but I found a niche within the two that kind of gets you to where you need to be. Like, so if you have any questions, concerns, and again, there's no judgment here. Even if you don't want to be vegan and you have questions, reach out to me because all questions are important and deserve answers. And when it comes to food, I can give you those.
Man, thank you for your time today, sir. We're going to sit down with you soon and do like a live cooking session or something. We're going to get it going. I appreciate everything you're doing for our community, all the knowledge that you're providing. Stay safe out there. Be blessed, and we'll chat soon.
Thank you much, brother. You're what they call awesome. I love your platform, and you're my only sports platform on my page. So appreciate you, good brother.
Thank you, dog. That means a whole hell of a lot. Thank you, man.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too, player.